players for playing and building a database and you know, all that good stuff. So that's one of my goals. And then you know, like I said, there'll be other bonuses, like I'll have a way for people to rent unlimited items, you know, with collateral. So like any unlimited item that I have will be it'll be available for rent, and then other players in the society can no, damn it, I knew that was gonna happen. That's okay. But other you know, other players will have the opportunity to rent their items. Now, the only value that the renter is getting is that the item is going to be getting tiered. That's their payment. And of course, you know, the collateral will have to be worth the it'll have to be TT collateral. It can't be markup collateral, because that changes, right? So like if you rent a 100 pet item from me, the item that you used as collateral would have to be at the same TT value, not by markup. And that is the other small advantage that the renter will gain, because say you have an item, you know, I'm renting you a sword, and you give me a knife that's the same TT, but the knife is worth way more in markup, you know, then the person who rented will, you know, gain that markup value if they turn around and sell it on the auction. But yeah, I'm going to have quite a few different things that other societies don't have that I've wanted to incorporate or be part of before, you know, in the beginning of the game, and we didn't have that stuff. And now I still don't see anybody doing that kind of thing, you know, actually paying their society members to complete missions and build a database. But yeah, and I would hope that most would join just because I want to teach and train them. You know, that's really why I want them to join. I don't want them to join for the pets, because it'll be, you know, the player that does it for money isn't really doing it for the right reason anyway. Let's be real here, because this is not a game that you make money overnight. It's a game that you work at for years, you know, so but I can actually throw up the shell of the website address. I have the website address. It's just not, I mean, it's live. It's just not being built right this second. I've been trying to get enough data so that when I do take a pause from, you know, streaming and everything, I have everything I need to just sit down for a couple weeks and slap it all together. And then, you know, we can kind of go from there. Just imagine if you had a database where you know, unlike Wiki, where a random player can go in there and change the information so that some new player gets the wrong info. I don't know how many times I've looked up something on Entropia Wiki and it's either out of date, or somebody went in there and changed it, or a lot of it's incomplete because people don't really participate with Entropia Wiki. And don't get me wrong, you know, that's going to be one of my things too. I don't want to be the only database. That's silly, because you know, there's a lot of work already been put into Entropia Wiki, and I support them 100%. So I would still like to, you know, as part of paying that player for the data and incorporating it on our database and our website, the reason that I'm going to be paying them is because they're going to be using that data to go update Entropia Wiki, so that players will always have a double or at least our society members will always have a double database to go to. But it's still going to be promoting the game in general, because you don't have to be a member to see all the data that we've collected, because some of it's going to be on Entropia Wiki as well. And that's where the payment comes in. You know, you take a payment of I mean, you get a payment for providing data to us, but the payment comes into play because you took the time to post that on Entropia Wiki. You know what I'm saying? That way, we're promoting us and the game at the same time, and you know, it's gonna make, for our society members, it's gonna make us the #1 portal for the game, because we're gonna have links to every single thing in Entropia Universe in there. You know, and I have over 2,000 links that deal with Entropia Universe. Oh, look at that, we got some fruit on the ground. Bombardo like shows up here in this area, like I'm mad. I was finding that all day the other day. But you know, it's gonna be by this time next year. I'm hoping to be the premier society. I hope to you know, bring enough attention to ourselves that you know, Mindark and Entropia Universe want to partner with us. You know, I mean, if I can provide a non-toxic environment for where new players can join and get mentored and teaching and training, I don't see why they wouldn't promote that, because that's not really being done as much as it should be, you know, right now. So, and you'll notice today I got the sound of the game actually on, which is kind of cool because it changes in accordance with what you're doing. If you're just strolling around, you know, hanging out, it does like this peaceful music, but then when you're in battle, it gives you this like battle music, which I think is pretty cool. It didn't used to be like that. You know, the music didn't change. It was just like one steady, peaceful piece of music. Yeah, and you know, that's the other thing too, is when it comes to mentors and stuff like that, you know, you have those mentors that, you know, they're super nice. They help you out as much as they can when they're on the game, but then life happens, and then, you know, you wonder, hey, what the hell happened with that guy? You know, did he go to jail because, you know, or did, you know, something crazy happen in life, or did he get in a car accident? I mean, you never know what happened to the player. You know, especially if they're the nicest guy, you don't want to just back out on someone like that, you know, because they did try to put in a good amount of effort to be supportive to you and the game in itself. So you don't want to, you know, you don't want to downplay that at all. You know, you want to promote it, but that's something, you know, that's one of the 1,000 things I want to include with my society. If somebody in my society is mentoring you, it will be a requirement of them, and they will get rewarded for updating their information on the society website, like, hey, you know, I got a new job, I can't play for 2 weeks, and then put that on there, you know, hey, I got a new job, I need to put some extra effort into the job. I know I'm mentoring 5 people. Could anyone in the society, you know, give them guidance while I'm gone or something like that? You know what I mean? I think that would be really cool, because then all their disciples don't wonder where they're at and won't back out on them, and that'll keep mentors from deleting, you know, inactive disciples as well, because then the disciple can do the same thing. The disciple can say, look, I know I just started the game, I love it, I want to play every day, but I just got a new full-time job and I can only play from these hours to these hours. You know what I'm saying? And then nobody will back out on any disciples, nobody will back out on any mentors. That'll keep the discipleship, promote the discipleship and the growth of the game. And then, you know, other players in the society can be that much more supportive. Hey, you know, you have a great mentor, man, but something happened in his life. Let's take the reins here and give you some guidance from us, so that we can be supportive of the society and that guy who's really cool, who helped you, but he can't be available right now. You know, you know, like I have a really good friend here. His name is Ronnie. He's from Sweden, and you know, he's an awesome guy, but he's also got a great job that, you know, sometimes takes him away from the game. And I don't want his disciples because I think he is such a great guy. I don't want his disciples to suffer while he's gone. That's why, the one disciple I know of his, whenever he's on and available, I try to, you know, uh, be the mentor that Ronnie can't be when he's not available. You know what I mean? So that's, these are all little tiny things that will all add up in a big way when, we're trying to get this game to grow. So, and I think EU and Mindark should be extremely supportive of that kind of stuff. And I do what I do because I want to bring myself to their attention to do that and hopefully become a partner or at least an affiliate, you know. Ronnie is a noob. Arthur, you're so funny, dude. Oh man. Not only that, but when you get a good group of guys together, it won't even really matter how shitty your day in the game is. If you all get online and you all start cracking jokes and talking shit about each other or whatever, who cares if you lost, $20 today? You had a hell of a time with some people, online, away from the rough world that we live in, and it'll be awesome, And yes, Arthur, you are pretty cool, dude. Even at your most upset moment, you're pretty funny, and I don't mean that, negatively, but you crack me up. We go hunting, and he's like, "Why me? Why? Why do they always attack me?" Because I used to say that all the time, and people would laugh at me too. But I would do it because I was really angry, And I think that's what was so funny about it. Not that I was angry, but the way I got angry. Yeah, it's I love the guys I've met here this last year. I've been waiting for 16 years to meet a group of guys like the ones I've met, and it's pretty awesome. What a great group of people that, just want to have fun and be supportive. I love that kind of stuff. So, who wants to do a global contest giveaway? I think we're gonna get a big HOF doing this because I've been doing this for a whole day, and I only got one global for what was it, like 31 ped the other day. And see how the music stopped because I'm not battling. I really like that. I think that's cool. Although I think they should have a more variety of different kind of battle music or whatever, but the idea behind different music depending on what you're doing is a great idea. Hey Sunad, good morning. Where are you at? What is that position? Sunad, no, it's okay. I do that all the time. See, and the music doesn't even start until I decide to battle with him. Watch. Oh, I guess it's not. You're gonna make me a liar. And yes, I'm gonna keep working